Manasseh was 12 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 55 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Hephzibah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, after the disgusting behaviors of the nations whom Yahweh cast out before the sons of Israel. For he built again the high places which Hezekiah his father had destroyed, and he reared up altars for Baal, and made an Asherah, as did Ahab king of Israel, and worshipped all the host of heaven and served them. And he built altars in the house of Yahweh, of which Yahweh said, In Jerusalem I will put my name. And he built altars for all the host of heaven in the two courts of the house of Yahweh. And he made his son to pass through the fire, and interpreted omens, and used magic, and dealt with spiritists and with wizards. He wrought much evil in the sight of Yahweh to provoke him to anger. And he set the graven image of Asherah that he had made, in the house of which Yahweh said to David and to Solomon his son, In this house, and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen, out of all the tribes of Israel, I will put my name forever. Neither will I cause the feet of Israel to wander any more out of the land which I gave their fathers, if only they will observe to do according to all that I have commanded them, and according to all the law that my slave Moses commanded them. But they didn't listen, and Manasseh seduced them to do that which is evil more than did the nations whom Yahweh destroyed before the sons of Israel. And Yahweh spoke by his slaves the prophets, saying, Because Manasseh king of Judah has done these disgusting things, and has done wickedly above all that the Amorites did, who were before him, and has made Judah also to sin with his idols. Therefore this is what Yahweh the God of Israel says, Look, I bring such evil on Jerusalem and Judah, that whoever hears of it, both his ears will tingle. And I will stretch over Jerusalem the line of Samaria, and the plummet of the house of Ahab, and I will wipe Jerusalem as a man wipes a dish, wiping it and turning it upside down. And I will cast off the remnant of my inheritance, and deliver them into the hand of their enemies, and they will become a prey and a spoil to all their enemies. Because they have done that which is evil in my sight, and have provoked me to anger, since the day their fathers came forth out of Egypt, even to this day. Moreover, Manasseh shed very much innocent blood, until he had filled Jerusalem from one end to another, besides his sin with which he made Judah to sin, in doing that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh. Now the rest of the acts of Manasseh, and all that he did, and his sin that he sinned, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And Manasseh slept with his fathers, and was buried in the garden of his own house, in the garden of Uzzah, and Amon his son reigned in his stead. Amon was 22 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 2 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Meshullemeth, the daughter of Haruz of Jutbah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, as did Manasseh his father. And he walked in all the way that his father walked in, and served the idols that his father served, and worshipped them. And he forsook Yahweh the God of his fathers, and didn't walk in the way of Yahweh. And the slaves of Ammon conspired against him, and put the king to death in his own house. But the people of the land slew all those who had conspired against King Ammon, and the people of the land made Josiah his son king in his stead. Now the rest of the acts of Amon which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And he was buried in his tomb in the garden of Uzzah, and Josiah his son reigned in his stead.